All right, what's up, y'all? I'm going to break down how to file sales tax in Colorado because there's been too many tears over this from not only myself, but I know other small business owners as well. And it is just such a nightmare here in Colorado after these last few laws have been passed. I don't even know the names. All I know is that they suck. So, here to fill your tax paying processes with good company. Let me just say right now, I'm clearly not a tax professional. Disclaimer, anything that you take from me, just know that this is what I'm doing and this is what I've found by talking to people at the Department of Revenue, both on the phone and email and in person. I am not a tax professional. There's my disclaimer. Don't come after me if something happens with your business based off of the advice that you have taken from me today. Okay, but this should help you. I don't want my disclaimer to discredit me. Moving forward, first I'm going to break down if you are actually filing sales tax from a physical location. I'm not talking about a brick or mortar store. Don't ask me about that. I don't own my own store. I have no clue. This is how you file sales tax if you attend markets. So if you attend the big markets, like there's Horseshoe, there's Firsthand, there's Firefly, there's all these different markets that happen around Colorado where there's 3 or more vendors and you go and you sell your shit there and people buy it. This is how you file for that. First, you have your Colorado state sales tax and you have your city sales tax. When you charge a customer sales tax, you do it in one lump sum. This is to cover both. So, just for an example, say I am charging 8% sales tax on a sticker that somebody buys. Whatever percent that Colorado wants is going to take from that. So, say for example, Colorado state sales tax is 4%. Then half of the sales tax that I charged my customer is going towards the state. The other half, or whatever percent the city wants, is going towards the city. So say I have a market in Denver, Colorado. I sell somebody a sticker. I sell them it for $5 plus like an 8% sales tax. I am giving 4% to the state and 4% to the city. To file your state sales tax, you are going to go to Colorado Revenue Online. Now, if this is like a pop-up market, like you're not doing it multiple times in the same location, or a lot of these markets are just like random, for example, you need a special event sales tax license for the state. To get that, you can not apply online for some reason. Instead, you have to either print off the special event sales tax application and send it in by mail, or what I found works best is you just call this number and they can set it up for you over the phone. So I called this number. I was like, hey, is there an easier way to do this online? And they're like, no, you can't do it online, but I can do it for you. 100,000% recommend it, because if you have any other questions, ask them and they will know everything. All right, the other part is now going to be your city sales tax. To file for the city sales tax, you also need a city sales tax special event license. To do that, similar to the state, you can either mail in an application because for some reason there's no option to do it online, or call this number and they can do it for you over the phone and give you your account number. I highly recommend you go to a market, you collect sales tax, you go home, you go to the Colorado Department State of Revenue, and you enter in your sales to file your Colorado state sales tax. And then you go to whatever city it was in and you file your city sales tax for that market after every event. Okay, say you have a market in Denver one day and then a market in Arvada another day. You're then going to have to get an Arvada sales tax license and a Denver sales tax license. I always recommend just calling their helpline. Get your favorite drink. Like, it doesn't have, I'm not even referring to alcohol. Like, just get something that's going to make you feel good while you go through this process of calling them. Okay, for me, it's like a warm cup of coffee and a blanket and like a dog. I don't know. Okay, all right. To file your state sales tax, you want to go to colorado.gov/revenue online. From there, you don't want to log in. You want to scroll down to the second row here where it says sales and use tax. And then you go 3 options down, file a special event sales tax return. This is after you already have your license. So you pick the date, and this is all the information you need: your name, ID, mailing address, location, and sales details. Hit continue. From there, you can either look up your event if it's listed, or if it's not listed, then you scroll all the way down and click here if the event you attended is not available. So usually the big events are going to be on here, but like the one off, like say your yoga studio is hosting an event, and I mean, I do yoga, so that's why that comes up, but they're not going to list it on here. But, for example, I did the Boulder Creek Festival this last weekend. And so if I type that, it should show up because it's a fairly large event. However, if it's one that isn't, you click here. So say I want to file for Boulder Creek Festival, I click it and then hit next. And then all of this is auto-populated. Hit next. And then from here, you can choose your ID type. The country is already there, your mailing address of your business, and then how you're filing. So like usually I do the EIN, and so that automatically makes me file as a business. And so then I would type in my EIN and my business name and then everything else. So if you are filing for an event that actually is not listed, let me just show you how to do that. So you go back here, select an event, scroll all the way down, click here if the event is not there. And so it says event not available. Perfect. Hit next. And then you're just going to fill this out. Event name, the start date, the end date. Hit next after that, and it's going to continue to show you what to do. So that's basically how you file. You fill out all of the information. It's going to walk you through step by step. Then you can log in here, scroll all the way down to special event sales tax, and then it will show a balance. Hit make a payment, and then you pay it. The city of Denver, you go to denvergov.org. Don't log in. Once again, it's special event. You're never going to need to log in. For the Denver or any city sales tax, you actually need to file by the 20th of the month following the event. So what you're going to do is scroll down, access and registration, and you want to go to register or file a special event. Click that. Have you filed with the city and county before? Hit yes or no. I have, so hit yes. And then you can search for your business. Usually I just type in my business name, hit next. And then from there, it will show all of this. So continue going through here. You can see all of these events that I've already filed for in the city of Denver. So for example, I'm going to be doing the Source Hotel again later in June. So when I go back to refile this, I can just select that, and all the information for the source is already going to be entered there. And then enter all of this, continue. It's going to walk you through everything. And then from here, you actually need to file, or you need to submit payment as soon as you're done filing. So for the city, because it's due the 20th of the month after the event, you will be taken to a page once you've entered all your sales and whatnot, and you have to pay right then and there. So that's if you're doing it through a market, a physical market. That happens every once in a while. Next is online sales. If you have online sales through your website, so I'm pretty sure that Etsy like collects sales tax themselves. I don't know. I don't know much about Etsy. I don't know much about those like third-party sellers. All I know is that if you have your own website, so for me, I have a WordPress website, but if you have like a Wix or Shopify or whatever, check and see if they submit sales tax for you. WordPress does not. If you have your own website and you're selling stuff off of your website, you then have to file the state taxes still, and you also have to file not by city, but by county. And there are 64 counties in Colorado that you're going to have to keep track of and file per county. Luckily, I found out that there's this thing called SUTS online, and it's an easier, I don't want to say easy because this whole thing is like not very accessible to people. So there's this whole thing called SUTS, and you can go on and basically upload an Excel sheet of all of your sales in each county. Be like, well, what do you mean what county? I'm just selling out of my house. So how online sales tax is collected. For example, I have products at my house in Arvada, and somebody from Denver orders a product and I mail it to them. I have to pay sales tax in Denver, not in Arvada. And There's different counties throughout the whole state. And so every single county that you send a product to from an online sale, you have to report and file sales tax under that county, because Colorado allowed all of these counties to be a home rule jurisdiction. A home rule jurisdiction, how I look at it, is like if all of these jurisdictions and counties are little children of the state of Colorado, the state of Colorado is being like a negligent parent, and they're like, I don't want to make rules for you, you make yourself. And we all know that if like a child makes their own rules, that there causes problems in the long run. And this is a freaking problem that all of us small business owners, and I'm sure big business owners, don't really know how to freaking do this. Rant over. So it seems very daunting, and it is daunting. I'm going to validate you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. However, there are ways to make it a little bit easier. So check with your website. I can only speak to WordPress because that's what I use. In WordPress, if I use WooCommerce, for example, for my online store, WooCommerce will report or like generate a whole list of my sales and what county they went to and how many sales went to that county and what I owe based off of that county. So at the end of each quarter, I generate a list from my WooCommerce platform. I generate this list of all of my sales tax, and I can see it broken down by county. I'm then going to go to Suts and enter in all of the gross sales, wrap it up into this clean document, and submit it to Suts. And then Suts will tell me a total amount of the sales tax that I owe from my online sales, and I'm going to pay it. What's nice about Suts, the one compliment I will give Suts, is that you file your local taxes, aka the county or city taxes, whatever you want to call it, and the state taxes in the same document. So unlike when you go to a physical market and you have to file state sales taxes on one website and city sales tax on another website, for online sales, what you can do is do the city and state in one document, one-stop shop, have you will. All right, so this is how you do Suts. I watch the YouTube videos that they have. It is fairly annoying, I know, because you're already watching this YouTube video, but they explain it perfectly. I recommend watching and just setting up your account and doing that. For online, go to online sales, and it's going to take you to this, getting started on Suts. All of these videos, I know this is kind of annoying because you're watching this YouTube video, but all of these videos are seriously helpful. I did how to register a new user, and then I didn't do this because I don't like that's already going to be connected. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the sales and use tax, you can watch that. I didn't watch it. It's fine. And so then basically once you do that, you can file using Suts, and it's going to tell you how to look up sales tax rates. Usually I just do a blanket tax rate, a sales tax rate of 10%. Usually that covers most areas. Sometimes I don't think it ever surpasses 10%, but it gets into the high nines. So that's a good rule of thumb. How to make a payment, it's going to show you how to do that. Excel upload instructions, filing using XML. So what I mean by sometimes your website will actually show you all the places you shipped. You'll get a document, and then you can update it on here. So once you do that, it's actually done through MuniRevs. So Suts and MuniRevs go hand in hand. So log in, and this is what it is. So you're on colorado.munirevs.com. After creating your Suts account here, log into here, file taxes via Excel upload. You look for your business, period year, period months. So this is due April 20th. This is the past one. Your current quarter that you're in is not going to show up until the quarter is over. So you can't file any online until it's over. Filing tasks already exist. So basically it's just going to take you through and tell you how to upload that. All right, let's review everything. If you have a brick and mortar store, I don't know. I think you can use Suts. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't have a brick and mortar store. I don't really want one at the moment. Consult somebody else. Okay, so if you go to a market in the summer, you know, the market you have to apply for, you're there physically, there's many people there, and it's like a one-off market. I recommend after you do that market, come home, go to the Department of Revenue site and file a special event sales tax return. So you click on that. You already have the license because you called and you set it up and you file it that way. That is for your state sales tax. Same market, same time. You go to the market, you come home, you file the Colorado state sales tax. Now go to whatever city that market was in and file the special event city sales tax. And then you're done. I recommend keeping like a screenshot of it because then you can use it for your income taxes at the end of the year. That's a whole nother video. Maybe I'll just turn into like a tax specialist. Probably not. Okay, that is if you have a physical market. If you have online sales, what you're going to do is quarterly generate a list from your website, from your e-commerce platform. Generate a list of every single county that you ship to and find the sales for every county. Go on to Suts and you're going to upload an Excel document, use their whole template we went over, enter in each and every county for that whole quarter, and submit it. And you're done. That is it. Those are the answers that I've been looking for. I am not kidding you, for the last 7 months. And it took me 7 months to find this. So if you're a Colorado lawmaker watching this video for whatever reason, maybe you're like auditing me or something, I have been trying for 7 months to figure this out. And I know of other small businesses who have been trying for longer and none of us could figure it out. I've been into the Department of Revenue at Colorado to try and figure it out. The employee there had to get another employee because he wasn't sure, and that employee wasn't sure either. And so then I talked to other small businesses. They were like, I don't know, I'm winging it, which I don't recommend. And then I've talked to like people who run markets, and they're like, I don't know, I just know my stuff. I finally found the answers by talking to this woman named Jamie. She's a special event coordinator at the Colorado Department of Revenue. Give her a freaking raise. She knew what she was talking about, and now I can share it with you guys. So I hope this video helped. I hope that we don't have any more tears on this sales tax. And I hope everyone just remembers to take a big deep breath during these times. Know that you're not alone if you're a small business trying to figure out sales tax, because it's really challenging. Not only do we have to wear multiple hats in terms of like marketing and product design and like organization, but we also have to figure out taxes if we don't have money to hire a tax professional. So kudos to you. Keep going. Once again, I'm not a tax professional. This is just a clear, concise thing of what I have discovered over the last 7 months of trying. And keep doing you. You're bringing light to the world with your business and your passions, and I wish you nothing but the best.